The treasures and finds that come in front of the showrunners in the History Channel's wildly successful series Pawn Stars have only grown in value as the show has elevated their shop's stature. With more and more collectors learning about the dealings of Rick, Richard, Chumley, and Corey, the show's promise that you never know what will walk through that door has only become more true. So in this video, we are going to discuss pawn shop legends, most valuable items ever sold. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. $80,000 for a 1922 high-relief dollar. It's known in collector circles as one of the rarest American coins ever made, and its owner lucked into it in a poker game. While he knew he had an expensive coin on his hands, he had no idea how much it was worth. The coin in question is rare because of the sharp relief from its design. While the deep grooves make a more beautiful coin, they wore down the dies that produce the coins. Almost all of the high-relief versions of the dollar coin were melted down shortly after they were stamped. The owner believed that the coin, which is one of around 12 in existence, was worth $20,000. Rick's coinage expert revealed that the coin was worth as much as 5 times that, saying it could easily sell for $100,000. Rick made an offer of $80,000 for the coin, and the poker player happily took it. $85,000 for a 1941 Gibson SJ200 guitar. Another Gibson walked into the Pawn Stars shop once with a much more widely known star attached. Stephen Stills of Crosby, Stills & Nash owned this 1941 model. The guitar was visibly beautiful, incredibly well-maintained, and boasted the lovely sound of mid-century Gibsons. But it was a bill of sale signed by Stills himself that made the guitar worthwhile. Rick Harrison ultimately purchased the guitar for a solid $85,000, getting his hands on a piece of classic rock history that was bound to find a deep-pocketed buyer. $95,000 for a 1932 Lincoln Roadster. The Harrisons had to spend big to get a luxury Lincoln Roadster built in the middle of the Great Depression. The beautifully maintained mint and cream-colored Roadster, with a massive V12 engine hiding under its gigantic hood, was too good to let leave the shop. The 1932 Roadster was an attempt by Lincoln's parent company Ford to lure drivers away from their competitors at Cadillac. It was priced to move at $4,000 in 1932, roughly $70,000 in today's money. Rick and the old man went above and beyond that price point to make sure that they walked away from the deal with the car. For the decadent 150-horsepower classic car from 1932, they offered a cash buy of nearly $100,000. $111,000 for 3,000 ounces of silver. The second largest purchase in Pawn Stars history was a lot easier for the shop to verify the value of. When a customer rolled into the shop with a dolly loaded down with 3,000 ounces of silver in bars and coinage, the Harrisons knew they had a deal on their hands. Because of the significant amount of money changing hands, Rick drilled into the center of the bars to determine that they were purely made of the precious metal. Testing silver is a little work, but it's not rocket science, Rick said before explaining how to test silver with nitric acid. If the silver he extracted for testing turned a milky white color when exposed to the acid, it was pure. $250,000 for Maurice Sendak sketches. Now to get down to the deals that actually happened. In the same season as the George Washington find, Rick came across something he couldn't help but have. A collector offered him the original sketches that became Maurice Sendak's children's book classic, Where the Wild Things Are. Rick was clearly awed by the drawings when he saw them in person. It was the greatest book ever written, Rick told the dealer. When I was a kid, I was fascinated by the pictures. It was so different from any other children's book. Because Sendak never sold prints of his work for Where the Wild Things Are, the sketches were one of a kind. After consulting with an art expert who told him he could expect to net $310,000 for the sketches, Rick talked the owner into selling the lot for $250,000. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more videos like this, make sure to like the video and hit subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.